A video about my Aire raft. It's a D14 foot to 3-inch boat. I bought it in 2005. This thing has been absolutely amazing. There's no issues with it. I did have a couple issues. One is that where is it? Right here, the pressure relief valve got sand in it. They sent me a new one out. That was a few years ago. It has a metal mesh in it now. The pressure relief valve over the floor, and so no more sand gets in there, and it hasn't been a problem at all. I did patch the floor once inside the Aire mattress inside. I bought these foot holders many years ago, probably 15 years ago, and a couple of them got worn out, so I had to replace them with the NRS foot holders, which have been great. The reason why I bought this raft is at the time I didn't know anything about rafting, and it was reported to have the best self-bailing or fastest self-bailing, and I thought I wanted that. So it has this roped in floor in there. I don't know if you can see it, but it's an amazing. This thing can fill with water, be empty 15 seconds, and much faster than other rafts. I've guided for a company that used NRS rafts. I remember I got stuck once, and I thought I'd just get a couple people out and it would come up like this boat, but man, I had to get everybody out, and finally it came up. With those 1-inch diameter holes, do not bail near what this thing does. This thing self-bails incredibly fast. So that was a wonderful thing. I did put a bow line around this. This is a critical piece. I've heard different things about bow lines, but I just use a trucker's hitch here. It's tightened. I haven't adjusted this thing all in probably 5 years. It just stays perfectly taut using the webbing. So the way I pump up my just talk about the thwarts real quick. So these two thwarts came with the boat, and then I bought this one a couple of years later here, so it's a little bit bigger, but it hasn't been any issue. I guess you buy them separate. Of course, if you're getting a boat this size, you want 3 thwarts without any question for boat frame stability. If it fills with water, there's more air and less water. It fills up. This boat has a ballast floor. Let me show you what that means real quick. So right here, you can see them. These are places where the water can come in to the floor and fills it in. This has been a lifesaver. I know I would have flipped the boat a couple times. I've never flipped my boat, and it's because of these. As soon as everyone gets knocked out, which has happened to me 4 times in my rafting career, the boat tends to always self-right. I'm sure it can eventually flip, but I've never had it flip, which has made it really nice being able to get back in a boat. The other thing is to pull yourself back in the boat. The handle here and having the bow line is so much easier. I use this extra strap here just so it doesn't go down as much, and so if I can, I pull myself in right here at the boat on this front, on the back ends. I can put myself, of course, in the front. It just makes it a little bit easier, because when you get slammed, you're a little exhausted, you're catching your breath, and whatever it takes as a private boater to get back in your boat quickly is crucial. There's not another boat there to save you or help your people, so you need to be able to get back in as fast as you can. Another thing is I always keep lines on the front and back of the boat. This thing self-bails so quickly. I once had it high-sided. We get up on the rock, it popped up out of the water so quickly and took off without us down the river, which I had to chase it down. But I never get out of my boat unless I have a rope, either end, in hand. I mentioned about these Aire handles probably 7-8 years ago. They've been wonderful to keep people in the boat. And you just teach them, you can grab it with, they're nice because you can grab it like that with the handle, and then you pop back up and start paddling. So highly recommend it. Also, it's nice that you can clip on gear on the back, your throw bag and that type of thing, so it's right in front of you in the boat, quick to grab. So yeah, definitely recommend the handles. I guess the only thing I don't really like about the boat is these strap-in thwarts are kind of a pain. I don't really move my thwarts, but if you had to, it's kind of a real pain in the butt to move them. And I've got them pretty much dialed in, but it takes a while. They do move a little bit. So I guess that would be my only negative of the boat, is the strap-in thwarts. They've been fine, so I guess I shouldn't complain. But definitely, if I needed to get like put an oar set in or something like that, taking these in and out would definitely be a negative. But I don't have an oar set, so it really hasn't affected me.